Clyde Williams that bring both of them. Because if you're going to celebrate somebody, you ought to celebrate them right. Testing 1, 2, testing choir. All I give time, you talk about celebration, and the celebration, you said that somebody tried to give you a celebration. You know, you guys know we could have kept this, it wasn't worth anything. If you want somebody you know, you don't want somebody to be kind to you and mad at you at the same time. That's an oxymoron, you know, this does not work like that. And so you look and understand that this whole scene is setting up celebration. Celebration, when somebody celebrates you, they go all out. They go beyond the norm. You don't look for somebody to have a celebration and just do the minimum. That you don't want anybody just to do what's necessary. But you want them to go all out. Touch somebody and tell them you ought to go all out when you're going to have a celebration. And you know what that looks like. Don't act like, don't look at me and keep your mouth quiet this morning. You celebrated before. In fact, I've been with some of you when you celebrated, and so I know you know how to celebrate. You just don't have little wine, you have a lot of wine, you know. You just didn't stop, you know, just with the wine, but you had some food and you had some party favors. You had more than enough to handle what it is that you needed to handle for your celebration. You just didn't stop, you know, with one entree. You had the whole feast laid out because it was a celebration. I don't know about you, but when you go to order some food, you just don't order, and when you're hungry, you don't order one thing, you order a couple of things. And when you're invited to dinner, somebody invites you to Easter dinner and they ain't got nothing but some greens, you walking out. With a potato salad, with a ham. It's a celebration. They're celebrating Jesus. Why? Because there's something in this historic, triumphant entry. Last year I showed you this picture of this gate with these floating palms. That as he moves through this piece, that the people get excited because that they're looking for someone to help them out. And I don't know about you, but when you're looking for somebody to help you out, sometimes you even mix up who they are. Because they thought they were looking for one thing, but he was somebody else. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? What are you talking about? It's in the text. It's right in the text. First point I want to make is celebration should not be temporary, but should be permanent. Celebration ought not be a temporary situation. You ought to celebrate your salvation daily. And sometimes you wonder within inside of yourself, what is it that has caused me to be disconnected? What is it that has caused me not to be affirming to the Lord Jesus Christ and celebrate him every day with my life and how I live my life, except it's temporary? I'm afraid God won't get some of us because we only get excited when there's something superficial happening in our lives. There's only something when somebody's healing us or blessing us or helping us. That's when we get excited. Nobody is just excited about being saved anymore. Oh no, listen church, because we're on the wrong channel this morning. We're on the wrong station this morning. We're not where we need to be. We're not in sync with what happens. The whole world understands that when you really are arrested by God, you give your all to God. You celebrate him daily, not just when it's convenient. And I know some folk that don't mind getting up in the rain because they remember when before they had a car and how they had to walk to church. They don't mind celebrating God. We've got to comfort. We got to be reminded today of how good God has been to us. But when you celebrate him every day, nobody has to remind you. I'm almost through. Nobody has to peg you to give God some praise. No, our lives are busy with the wrong stuff. We are not celebrating God. We really just putting up